Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. Today I have the worst beauty of 2023. Now these are all products that I tried in 2023 that just didn't work out for me. So if they do work out for you, then I'm glad they work out for someone, and keep doing you, keep using them if you really do like them. It's just things that I tried out that I just don't personally like, and I don't feel like you should waste your money on them. Now in here I have a mixture of drugstore and high-end makeup, and this is going to surprise you because some luxury makeup, they say that they're worth the money, they're so expensive. Some of it actually isn't. It's all about trial and error. Some things I absolutely love from these brands that I'm going to show you in this video, but these are just specific products that I felt like didn't work out for me, didn't do what I needed it to do, and I just don't feel like they're worth the price point anyway. So if you're new to my channel and you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below, and also make sure to hit the bell icon just so you're notified every time I load a new video. So like I mentioned, this one is all the worst beauty of 2023. I will be uploading the best beauty of 2023, and in all honesty, that video is so much longer than this one because I have loads of product that I absolutely loved and things that I continue to use in 2023. But these ones, like I mentioned, they're ones that I have tried out this year that just didn't work out for me. So anyway, if you want to see the worst beauty of 2023, then just keep watching. The first products that I have are skincare and body care, and then I'm going to go on to the makeup because this one is the smallest category. So the first thing I have is a self tan. This is from Bondi Sands. I love Bondi Sands. I use their liquid gold, I use their gold mousse, I use their gold foam. I absolutely love a lot of things from Bondi Sands, but this one just didn't work out for me. I've tried this twice on 2 different occasions now and it just doesn't work out. And this is the Bondi Sands Aero self tanning foam 1 hour express. I have tried out quite a few express tans before. I've tried out this one, there's the Saint Tropez one, and then there's the Superdrug one that they have that is super cheap. Honestly, the Superdrug one is incredible, and I've had this colour on for like 6 days now, and this was me wearing that self tan after 3 hours. It is amazing. So this one, I saw that this was brand new a few years ago when it first came out. I tried it and I left it on for 3 hours because it says on here you do 30 minutes for like medium, 1 hour for dark, 2 to 3 hours for darkest. So I cleansed my skin the night before. I have been tanning for years and years, so I know exactly what to do. And I put this on, left it on for 3 hours and washed it off, and there was pretty much no colour. I waited for it to develop during the entire day, during the next day as well. I was still super pale, so naturally I'm the palest of the palest. I pretty much have transparent skin. I look like a jellyfish. You can see all of my veins and my legs and things like that. So that is how pale I actually am. So like I mentioned, I kept this on for 3 hours and it says it's the darkest tan for 3 hours. And it did literally nothing. I still looked super pale. It didn't even look like a light medium tan. It looked like I had not tanned, and I could actually use my pale foundation when I don't have any self tan on, and it matched me perfectly. So that is showing you that it literally did nothing for me. So I don't recommend this. It is pretty expensive. It's like £19, but like I mentioned, I've tried it on 2 different occasions. I used it when it first came out. It did nothing, and then I got this in a set, I think it was last Christmas, and I tried it again this year because I needed to have a quick self tan. Brand new bottle, and it just did nothing. So I don't recommend that you pick this up. If you do want an express tan, the Superdrug one, like I mentioned, is so good, and I think you can get it always on offer for like £4. It is very sticky, I do have to say that, but if you leave it on for 3 hours and you wait for it to develop the next day, you get a dark tan. It is so good. So I'm impressed with that one, but yeah, just don't waste your money on it. It's about £20. If you want a Bondi Sands self tanner, I say go ahead and get the dark mousse or get the liquid gold stuff, because the liquid gold is incredible. It's what I use, and I have 2 for the face as well. So the first one is the Roche Posay. This is the waterproof eye makeup remover. So I bought this because people were saying it was a dupe of the Lancome one. I love the Lancome one. It is so good, and I've purchased 2 of the big full-size ones. I have some travel size ones as well in some sets. That stuff is incredible, but it is pretty expensive. So basically this, you put it on your cotton pad, you hold it onto your eye, wait for a couple of seconds for it to sort of dissolve all the eye makeup, and then it takes it off. This was so annoying because it took me so long to try and rub off all of the eye makeup. Bearing in mind I use a facial cleanser beforehand. It's basically a cleansing balm that melts off your makeup, so already it's gone through one phase of washing off my eye makeup, and this pretty much did nothing. It took ages for me to get anything off. I had to keep rubbing my eyes. It's just not very good. I recommend getting the Lancome one because it's just way better than this, and I can always get the Lancome one on offer. I think I managed to usually get it about 20% off. It's always on offer, so it works out to be a couple of pounds more than this one. So yeah, I don't recommend picking up this one. I recommend going ahead and getting the Lancome one. The other one that I have is a very big disappointment because I saw so many reviews on this and people were saying how good it was. And this is the Revolution Pro Miracle Eye Cream. People were saying how good it was. They say that the face cream is a dupe of the Charlotte Tilbury. They were saying the eye cream is beautiful and all things like that. So I tried it the first night and honestly it feels so nice. It does not irritate my sensitive eyes. I have super sensitive eyes. Everything irritates it other than a couple of eye creams. This didn't irritate it at all. The thing that I hate about this is that it pills like crazy. So if I put this on in the morning after I've done all my skincare, I cannot put any of my primers on underneath my eyes because this will go everywhere. So literally I will tap on a little bit. I've tried so many different amounts. I've tried the tiniest amount, a little bit more. I've tried different skincare under the eyes before I put on this eye cream and it pills. Literally I can go like that very lightly or around the side of my eye and it will just pill everywhere. So yes, I do not like this. I don't feel like it does much difference really with my under eyes. It doesn't irritate it, so that's good, but I just don't see any benefits from this. Now moving on to makeup, and there are two products that I don't have on me. One of them I can't find and the other one I got rid of it because I just didn't like it and I didn't feel like it worked out very well. So now I'm going on to the makeup and I'm going to put it into different categories like foundations, concealers, just so you can see what I have. I don't have something in every single category, but I feel like that's probably the best way to sort of split all the makeup up. The first category is foundations and concealers, and I actually have 5 products in here, but one of them I got rid of, so I don't have that anymore. So the first thing that I have is the REM Beauty foundation. Now I was so excited when this came out. I did actually film a video on this. I haven't managed to upload it yet because there was some issues with when I was trying to upload the check-in video. Something went wrong with that, so I am trying to get it up for you so you can see how I feel about this. But obviously because it's in the worst of 2023, you can tell that I didn't like it, but I just wanted to see if I can upload the video just so you can see how it goes during the day. So I did try this out twice and the same things happened. I tried different skincare underneath it as well, and I don't feel like I should have to change my skincare to try and make a foundation work because all my other foundations work with my normal skincare routine anyway. What I didn't like about this is that I don't feel like it weared very well on my skin. I did a full day wear test and I did also get a reaction to this as well. Now my skin is sensitive and there's only a couple of foundations that I've had a reaction to before, but it happened underneath my nose. So around the creases here, that's when I know straight away that I'm getting a reaction to something. And then my skin just looked so cakey, horrible, dry during the day. Like I said, I tried this out twice and it was 2 days running and I used different skincare for both of them and it still looked the same. It doesn't look natural on the skin. It didn't really look matte. It just looked, I don't know, it's just weird. It was cakey. I don't have oily skin anymore. I have sort of combination skin, so I don't have super dry, I don't have super oily. I'm sort of in the middle and it just didn't look good for me. But I know that a lot of people do like this, but for me I just can't get it to work, so I don't like it. But I will be uploading the video so you can see how it goes during the day. So yes, that will be coming up very soon. This one I haven't seen many people talk about. I didn't see any reviews when I got it and I didn't read any reviews what people put online as well when you go on Boots and they can review them and give them stars out of 5. So I didn't look at any of this. I saw this in store when I went into Boots and I thought this looked pretty good, and because at the time I was going through Accutane, so my skin was getting very dry, I thought, you know what, I'm going to get a new foundation. I'm going to get a skin tint that's perfect for dry skin so it can hydrate my skin, has skincare benefits in there as well, and this stuff is horrible. So I was going to do a video on this, but I decided one day before I went to work, I was like, you know what, my skin's looking quite dry, let's try this out. It says it's 24-hour hydration, it's skin improving foundation. I was like, this is probably going to be just like the CC cream from It Cosmetics that I love. No, this is not. So I put it on. It looks beautiful as soon as you put it on. It doesn't have a weird smell. This is what the dropper looks like. The colour was perfect for me. This is the shade 75 Golden, absolutely perfect, SPF 30, you know, hyaluronic acid, vitamin C, so many skincare benefits, great things. But after I went on my lunch, I wore this for the entire week at work. So I really put it to the test. I tried different skincare as well every single day. So I really did put this to the test, and by lunchtime it had pretty much melted off my entire face. And like I mentioned, at the time I had dry skin because I was on Accutane, and this melted off as if I had oily skin and I was sweating. I tried this out in winter. You don't get sweaty in winter. Well, I don't get sweaty in winter because I'm in England and it's very cold in England. And yeah, this just did not work out for me. Melted off my skin after about 3 hours. I tried it for an entire week. I can't get it to work. I don't recommend it. It was like, I want to say it was about £12, so it wasn't cheap. And the other one that I have, I don't have with me because I did get rid of it. So it's actually the Rare Beauty Tinted Moisturiser. So when I first used it, I did actually like it. I thought it was pretty good. When I first started using it out, it was in 2022. I had very oily skin. This was before I started Accutane, and I did like it. I felt like it was nice. It did make me look shiny during the day. It just looked healthy, like my own skin, but better. And then I started using it as I was on Accutane, after I was on Accutane, and it just doesn't stay on the skin. It looks pretty, but I don't feel like it's worth the money. I mean, I can get a pretty look with loads of different foundations. So for instance, I love the True Match from L'Oreal. That is so good. It's like £10 and my skin looked better on True Match than with that skin tint. I've tried different skin tints before that I like. I tried one from Primark that I like, and it looks so much better, and it's just a fraction of the price. Now I know that there's skincare in there, but it just didn't work out for me. I do prefer the foundation from Rare Beauty, but the skin tint for me, I just didn't like it. I have 2 concealers as well, and one of them I used to really like, and then I tried out again this year and I was like, I really don't like that. So the first one is the Flower Beauty Light Illusion Full Coverage Concealer. Now I used to use this all the time. I loved it. I raved about it. I used it in so many different makeup tutorials. I don't even know if it was my best of beauty last year or the year before. I have no idea. But this cakes and creases like anything, and it just looks so dry on my under eye. But I did have this in my declutter, and I said how much I loved it, and I used it again, and I did not like it. My under eyes looked crepey, looked cakey, looked dry and horrible. So yeah, I don't recommend this if you have dry under eyes. And then I have this one from Tarte. It's the Creaseless Concealer. It's just a little sample. And I was so excited to try this out because I've seen loads of great reviews on this on the Tarte's website, and people are saying that it is the perfect concealer. And now that I'm 30, I have noticed that my under eyes have started to get a little bit more wrinkly, and it's not nice. So obviously I've been changing up my skincare and things like that. And I was really hopeful for this because it says creaseless. This is not creaseless. This does not cover up anything. My under eye circles looked really, really bad still when I put this on. I put 2 coats on to try and get rid of my under eye circles, and it did not work. It doesn't blend either. It just goes on the skin and looks really thick and cakey, and I just don't know. So first of all, it's very, very thick on the wand. I don't know if you can see because of the lighting in here, but it's really thick on there. And then when I've got it on my hand, you can see how thick that is. And it just, I don't know, it just doesn't really blend. You can see how cakey that is. I'm hoping you can see how cakey that is. But yeah, it just doesn't really want to blend. It's not nice. It looks fake. It goes into all the creases. It doesn't look smooth. And I just don't like it. So yeah, 2 concealers that I just didn't like and didn't work out for me. Moving on to complexion products, and I have 2 of these, but one of them technically isn't a complexion product, so I just use it for the complexion, but it is one of those where it's a multitasker product, so you can use it for different things. So the first one I have is the Makeup Revolution Eye Bright Illuminating Under Eye Concealer in the shade Deep Caramel. Now I use this for contour. Now the reason why I use this for contour is because people were saying that it's a dupe of the Charlotte Tilbury contour one. This shade specifically is supposed to be a dupe of it, and I have tried this quite a few times. I used this in, I think, a TikTok video, and I was saying at the time that I did like it. However, when I went back and looked at my skin after I filmed the video, it just did not want to blend. It looked very, very cakey and didn't blend at all. The shade was perfect for a contour shade. So this is the shade Deep Caramel. So that shade is absolutely perfect for me for a contour. I have used this several times now. I use this about 5 or 6 times at different times with different foundations, different products on, and it looks really good when you first put it on. So what I do is I do dots around the forehead, and then obviously where the contour is on my cheekbones. So I do it like that, and then I blend it straight away using my blending sponge that I use for my foundation and everything. And it blends okay, but you can still see the dots on the top of my head. I have to proper go in and proper buff it out. So I don't know what this is going to be like as a concealer for people that have deeper complexions that use this shade. I don't know if it's going to blend nicely for you, because even just using it as a contour, it just, I don't know, it just doesn't really want to work the best. It's not the smoothest. It is a good colour and it is quite nice and it does last a very long time. It's just, like I said, it just doesn't blend the best, and I've tried it with different things. I've tried it with a sponge, with a brush. I've done it as soon as I apply it because otherwise it can dry down and then it's even harder to blend out and then it'll take off your foundation. So I've tried loads of different times and different ways and I just can't seem to get it to work. And the other product is from Chanel, and this really annoys me because this is so expensive. So I did actually film a video on this. I haven't uploaded it yet. I don't know if I will upload it because this is such an old product now, but I think I am going to be doing a video reviewing it next to a dupe, because after I filmed the video I saw something in my collection and I was like, this is exactly the same, so I feel like I might do one of those videos. So this, like I said, is from Chanel. Chanel I have a love-hate relationship with. Some of the products are incredible, amazing, definitely worth the money in my everyday makeup routine that I swear by. And there's things like this that I just don't like. So I do spend my own hard-earned money on Chanel products when I see that there's a product that I want. And as always, I never ever tell people to buy something if I don't like it. And you guys will know from my last year's video of Worst of Beauty. Also, I have a Worst of Chanel Beauty video as well, which I uploaded, I think last year or earlier this year. And you know that I don't like some things. For instance, I do not like the mascara I tried out last year. It was a brand new mascara. People rave about it. I got an eye infection and it just didn't do anything for me. Anyway, moving on to this product. So this is the eyeshadow and blush palette in shade 957 Tendresse. So I saw this and I was like, this is massive. This is a huge compact compared to a normal Chanel eyeshadow quad. Now I don't really like the eyeshadow quads. The odd one I do like, but I prefer their quints because I definitely feel like they're worth the money. The Le Beige Warm palette I use all the time. I've hit pan, it's almost finished, so you know how much I love it. So anyway, I saw Erin Nicole use this in a video and I was like, you know what, that is very beautiful. So you get sort of like a brownie warm toned blush here, you get a lighter blush, you get a deeper blush, and then you also get sort of like a highlighter type of blush. Now I thought these are going to be fantastic. You can use them as blush, you can use them as eyeshadows, and I thought the pigmentation would be incredible. No, the pigmentation is not there. And I actually have another palette in my makeup collection. It's pretty much the same as this, so I am going to be doing a video showing you the dupe that I have. But yeah, I mean, like, it's massive, the pans are huge, but it's just not pigmented. I'm going to do some swatches so you can see. But it's just so strange because I thought that with how expensive this palette is, this is £70. I didn't pay £70 because I did have a coupon code, but £70 is a lot of money for anything. Unless it's the best, most incredible palette or product ever, I don't want to spend £70 on something. I feel like I've done the worst swatches that you can imagine, but see if you can see that. So these are the swatches. So they swatch pretty nicely on the arm. Obviously the highlighter one you can't really see at the top, but they're quite nice. When you apply them to the skin, they are so powdery. There's not much pigmentation there. As you can see, I'm just going to try and look. Like, they just don't blend. It's so weird because there's not a massive amount of pigmentation. They don't really blend. They swatch quite nicely, but it's pretty much disappeared. I would never spend £70 on this again. Like, I would never recommend it. I much prefer my drugstore eyeshadows and blushes, and this is an eyeshadow and blush palette. You can use every eyeshadow for blush. You can use every bronzer for eyeshadow. You know, you can use loads of things as multitasking products, and I absolutely love my Wet n Wild blush, which is £5. I use it all the time. I love it, and to me it's very similar to this blush, only it has pigmentation. So yes, unfortunately this is a product that I just didn't like, and I don't know, it makes me more sad because of how expensive it is. And the last things I have are lips, and I actually have two products. One of them I can't find. I have, but I don't know where it is, so I will be just putting a little photo up here so you can see what it is. So the first one I have is a Maracuja Juicy Lip Oil. Now, I was so excited when this came out because I love Maracuja Juicy Lips from Tarte, and I love lip oils. I just feel like they're so nice and they just make your lips so smooth and soft. And this one from Tarte, it was brand new, I think in the summer, so I picked up two shades because I was like, it's going to sell out very quickly like some of their products do. So I picked up two, so I was like, it's a lip oil, I know that I'm going to like it. It's a pH lip oil as well, so it doesn't matter which shade that you choose because it's going to have a pH on your lips anyway. I was actually really disappointed because I love, like I said, the Maracuja Juicy lips. There's a lot of Tarte products that I do like, and these were pretty expensive. I want to say these were about £24 each, but I did have a coupon code for them. And to me, it just doesn't do anything. I still use them for work because what I'll do, so I'll get up for work, I'll do my makeup, and then I'll put one of these on because it is pH balanced, so it will act as a lip stain on my lips anyway. So I'll just put that on, wait for the shininess to die down, then I'll put a lip balm on over the top, and I'll have a nice stain. So it is good for the stain. However, you can get loads of things that give you a lip stain. There's so many pH balanced products, and it's not anything new. They're around when I was younger. And the other product that I actually have 3 of these, and I don't know why I have 3 different colours. I think it's because something in me really wanted to like them, and it just doesn't. Yeah, I don't even reach for these. I'm one of those people where I don't like wasting products, so I would just keep using it anyway or give it away to someone. But these were so expensive when you think of what they are. And these are the Chanel Rouge Coco Baume. Like I mentioned, I have 3 right here. And I bought the first one and I thought it was quite nice. I liked the colour of it because I just dabbed it on. It was like a very bright colour. I can't remember which one it is. It was In Love. I actually didn't buy this one. They sent me the wrong one. And by the time I opened the package, they wouldn't give me a refund or give me the one that I actually ordered. So this one's the first one that I got. My love. It's very, very beautiful. And yeah, the colour is just so nice, but because it is quite bright, like I mentioned, I just dab it on. It's more like a red colour. And I thought, you know what, very, very nice. But I was like, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and get the shade that I wanted because this is not the shade that I wanted. And it's actually very different. The shade that I wanted is actually called My Rose, and it's more of a pink shade. So there is another swatch, so you can see that one is My Rose. It's more of a bright pink, then this one is a bright red, which is the My Love. So I picked up those and I tried to use them and they just didn't really do anything. Like, I know that they're a balm, so I know that they're meant to be a lip balm because they're called a Rouge Coco Balm, and to me they just didn't soothe my lips. They didn't really do anything. Like, they didn't make them super, super dry, but they feel very dry on the lips. I like that they are matte, because sometimes when you have a lip colour on, you don't want it to slide off your skin. A lot of the time you'll get lip balms and it will just slide everywhere because they're super shiny and, you know, super smooth. But I like that they are matte, but they don't make my lips feel nice. It doesn't feel nourished, it just feels dry. I don't know, it just doesn't really do anything. And for something to be a balm, I don't know. I'd rather use my Carmex lip balms. Those ones are really nice and it's like £2-3 you can get them for. And I actually picked up a 3rd shade because I saw that Sophia Richie used this for her wedding day. And I was like, if it's good enough for Sophia Richie, there must be something that I'm missing out on. And I'm getting exactly the same with this one. But I do much prefer this colour. So this one is in the shade Pink Delight. This is actually the shade she wore on her wedding day. And this one is much more one of my shades. It's right there. It's like a pinky nude. And I was like, this is going to be beautiful. I'm going to wear this a lot. This does feel more smoothing and more smooth on the lips to the other 2. But it does still feel quite drying. I do still need to pair it with a gloss or with a balm. And if you're already wearing a lip balm and you're spending this amount of money, you don't really want to have to pair it with something that's soothing and moisturising and things like that. You want it to just be soothing on your lips and not make them dry. So these, to me, I don't like them because they're the complete opposite of what they're meant to do. So those are all the worst products that I've tried in 2023. Like I mentioned, this is just my opinion. If you like these products that I've mentioned here, then I'm glad they work for you and you keep wearing them because you like them and they work out for you. It's just things that I don't personally like and don't feel like is worth the money. If there are any products that you like or that you don't like, just comment down below to let me know. If there's any videos that you want me to film as well, let me know as well. And make sure that you give this video a very big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Make sure that you stay tuned for my Best of Beauty 2023 because that's going to be coming up after this one. That one is going to be a longer video than this, and I'm hoping this one's not super long because I can't give short reviews. I give long reviews, which is really annoying when you want it to be short and sweet. So anyway, I hope that you enjoy this video and make sure that you give it a very big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video, guys. Bye!